Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nasty Gram RPG podcast. This is the Monster of the Week, the Buffett Buffet Part 2.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a sick Egyptian.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nasty Gram RPG podcast. This is Dan. I'll be your keeper for Monster of the Week.
Hey, this is Jake, and I'll be playing Trent Morello, Demon Baby, and High Roller.
Hey, it's Ryan. I'm Ken Wiley, the expert who's had some experiences in Japan in the past.
Hello, this is John. I'll be playing Guy Toussaint, pastry chef to the rock stars.
Hey, this is Devin. I'll be playing Barry Bergeron, one pinky short of a full hand.
Where we left off, Barry just took one square to the jaw.
Unlucky, some would say.
Piling through the door are three men. You can readily identify these three men as likely to be Yakuza. And one says something in Japanese and is pointing at Trent.
What does he say?
Do you have Japanese in your character sheet?
Mushi mushi! No, he doesn't say that. That's hello.
We're gonna cut that.
Oh, it's okay. He's just saying hi.
Mushy mushy.
It actually means nothing apparently in Japanese, but they say my friend Naoko used to. That's how she'd answer the phone all the time.
Omae wa mou shindairu. Nani?
Spagoo! I know all my stuff is from Cowboy Bebop. Why don't we?
What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing?
Roll initiative.
Yeah, roll the D20.
Someone said that Dan was going to find a way to introduce a new die value into the 2d6 system.
That's really funny you say that.
I'm gonna act under pressure. I'm gonna.
Don't name the move, Ryan.
Say what he's doing.
Yes.
Describe the narrative.
I'm going to try to diffuse the situation. I'm gonna say to him in Japanese because Ken does have some base Japanese from his past experience. Just hey, let's cool it here. Let's cool out. All right. And we can talk this out. We can settle this like men.
He actually says your rabbit tail is very fluffy.
Yeah, you want to manipulate someone?
Plus charm.
Plus charm?
Plus charm. I was just trying. You want me to try to manipulate them?
Yeah.
Instead? All right. That's a 6.
Excellent. All right. You see
Mark experience.
Mark experience? Yeah.
Wait, was the punch in the face a hard move? Wait.
Oh, you got a level
That was
up.
the one I put in my pocket.
Okay, all right.
So I had put when John or when Guy had investigated a mystery and rolled a 6.
All right. They found us.
That was my hard move.
Do you know what's extremely unlucky? Of all like the interesting
cursed
bad luck
twice?
thing, the me being cursed twice is that all this terrible shit has happened to me, and
you haven't failed any rolls.
I haven't failed any rolls. I have no experience.
None of it is your fault.
I'm nowhere closer to. Yeah.
Amazing.
What are you doing?
When you say that, and possibly one of the weirdest things happens, someone appears right next to you and takes a swing at you, and you take one harm. They catch you across the jaw, like right as you're speaking, but they were not there before.
No, not again. Oh, fuck.
Jake?
Was that an Oni?
What's
Trent goes for that samurai sword he just bought.
All right. Do you want to make a act under pressure?
I mean, to get to it and
Yep.
draw it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Call that a defy danger in Dungeon World.
That's plus cool, right?
Yes.
Trent
8.
sighs as he draws
Okay.
his katana.
Kids.
You dive over the couch and grab hold of the sword, and you get it, but you're not able to draw it yet.
Okay.
That'll be kind of the
Sure.
the
Lesser result.
lesser result. Who wants to go next?
Barry.
All right.
Barry's he gets knocked in the face. Do you think he falls down?
I think he reels back. Barry's a big guy, right?
Yeah, he's big.
Yep.
He's tough.
So he takes like 2 steps back, but he doesn't fall down.
Barry yells, "Ken, the case!" And then he's just going to put his shoulder into the chest of one of these assailants. I'm going to try and kick some ass.
Go for it.
5.
Okay.
Mark experience.
Mark
There it is.
experience.
On my way, baby.
You take a big swing at him. Do you have your brass knuckles on?
My brass knuckles, I traded away.
Oh, that's right.
So the only thing I have is my knife, the official Crocodile Dundee knife, which is in my bag, and whatever is in that case. Nothing else. Yeah, he's trying to just essentially form tackle one of these guys into the wall.
Okay. This, you kind of you brace yourself. You take a few quick steps to kind of charge and drive your shoulder into this man, and he nimbly sidesteps you, and he reaches underneath his jacket and whips across kind of your lower. Looks like he's aiming for your hamstring, but a hand axe.
Oh, God.
And you take 1 harm.
Very interesting. I take 1 harm because the only thing this axe catches
Ooh,
is
some
chainmail.
Canadian chainmail.
We call that Canadian plate mail. And it just, you hear this raking of metal as his axe swings across my cut off blue jeans.
Not so unlucky. All right, Guy.
Guy puts his hand out and his rolling pin materializes as he swings at the guy who just swung at Barry.
Okay.
8.
8. All right, mixed success. What do you do with your rolling pin?
As the flashes of sparks fly off of Barry's thick Canadian calf, he kind of the bodyguard is kind of stumbles backwards, and Guy just cracks him across the back with his rolling pin.
You hit, and he manages to kind of roll with it, which, I mean, as a ghost, you don't have much in the way of balance.
Yeah.
But it kind of inadvertently repositions you, so you only can kind of square off with 1, not 2 of these guys.
I do 1 harm, ignore armor.
Okay.
Magical.
Great. Ken Wiley.
I'm gonna do like a judo roll, try to get through these guys. So I'm gonna like take 2 steps, little shuffle, fat man somersault, and get to the case. And
all right.
What's in the box, Barry? Is it locked?
No.
Okay, then I open it.
Inside is a .50 caliber rifle.
Oh my God. It's from Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
There's a big autograph on the side of it. It says Marky Mark.
Yeah.
I say in Japanese.
Please tell me it says, "I hope you hit the mark."
You guys ready for my funky bunch? And I open fire.
Oh my God.
Shoot him! You're gonna shoot him! 50 caliber sniper rifle in a hotel
I was
room.
trying to think of a weapon that wouldn't be very useful.
This is escalating quickly.
This thing is built to put a hole in an engine block.
Thank God Guy doesn't have actual eardrums. The rest of you fuckers are dead.
Oh, Jesus.
We're also going to fucking
All right.
Japanese prison.
All right. Roll, kick some ass.
Shit.
You guys remember in Rush Hour when Jackie Chan is explaining to Chris Tucker what they're going to do to them? And he says they're going to cut off their egg rolls.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
Double 6s. Oh my
That's
God.
a 12.
12.
Yeah.
You pull this .50 caliber rifle out, and you spin around, and it's almost as you're not even trying, and you hit the trigger. It's a hairpin trigger, and it goes off. All of you are partially deafened by the sound of this thing. The guy in front of you, Barry, his head evaporates. And you see a hole appear in the sidewall, and then you can see it go for another 3 or 4 rooms, it looks like.
Just painted red.
Yep. There's just a red spray.
Holy shit.
Ken, what are you doing? So mad. Sacre bleu.
Okay.
Blame Marky fucking Wahlberg and his hair trigger. God damn it.
You don't hear any of that. No, well, Guy,
I do.
Guy, you hear it, but none of you, all of you, like, can hear you just this ringing of this deafening cannon.
Okay. So I think because of Trent's dark side tags, I think he's really into this.
Oh yeah. Does he have does he have a softie?
Draws that sword.
Okay.
Does the sword twirl really poorly because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yep.
He puts his AirPods in.
And then I'm going to roll the dice and then I'll tell you what happens.
Sure.
And then he swings that katana right at this guy's neck and he whacks him in the neck and the guy's like, ow, because the blade isn't sharp. I rolled a 3.
Perfect.
You got some of that fucking mall steel, huh?
Yeah, it breaks.
Yeah.
It breaks.
It
Nice.
just shatters.
The blade is unsharpened and
Yep.
it just detaches from the
It
handle.
just snaps right clean at the handle.
Just a threaded rod. Oh, God damn it.
Barry.
Mark.
So Mark experience. So the one that Barry was engaged with is no longer a threat.
The
we say?
body is still standing, but
Okay.
the head is missing.
He grabs that body by like the upper arm and the wrist and swings it and throws it at one of the other guys.
Perfect.
Kicks some ass.
Yeah.
10.
You grab hold of this body's wrist, and as it kind of begins to fall, you swing and kind of do this catapult of the body into the other guy, and the mass of the body, that dead body weight, just kind of collapses on top of the other guy and pins him down to the ground.
Yeah, I would say like this guy almost like catches it, and then Barry is right behind it with a quick step, and then just like a straight kick and
Absolutely.
knocks both of them down.
Gone. He is on the floor, covered. There's one more standing. This is the one that sort of appeared in the room. And Guy.
Guy will look at the one. He'll actually, I'm going to roll protect someone.
Okay.
If I succeed, I'm going to take the 50 cal out of Ken's arm.
You're protecting the enemy.
You can
Protecting
try.
everyone, really.
I don't think I did. I got a 6.
Okay. So you were trying to take the gun out of his hands?
Yeah.
All right.
Hard move.
You are
Mark experience.
you spin and start to make your way towards Ken, but the man that appeared in the room lashes out and strikes you, and for whatever reason, this guy connects. Not something that has ever really happened to you before.
Well, I'm corporeal to people.
Okay, you
Yeah,
are.
Yeah. It's just things I can go through.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Perhaps it's usually the dull thud that I feel, but maybe this is a bit more.
How about this? He swings one of those hatchets at you, and the hatchet connects.
Yeah.
Which is not something you felt in a long time. And you take 2 harm.
Good thing I'm invulnerable and I only take 1.
There you go. All right, Ken. There's sort of a scramble going on in front of you between this other man and Guy.
Okay, I think 150 cal round is enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna gently put that back in the box.
On the heels of that gun going off,
Yeah.
You see the fire alarm come on.
So that it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fire alarm starts woo woo, and the lights are starting to flash in your room, and you can see the exit signs all light up.
oh you guys let's evacuate.
Are you running?
I'm gonna like try to tackle the guy that
That
yeah.
okay, sure.
But I'm gonna make it. I'm running to the door, but then I'm gonna like tackle him. 7. So no.
No, that
That's a
succeeds.
mix. That's a
success.
mix.
Yeah,
Cool.
mixed
Well,
success.
I mean, it depends what you're rolling. But I mean, it's mixed. Either way.
You, as you're running towards him, you shoulder tackle him and kind of send him spinning off. And he catches you with one of those hatchet blades and kind of nicks your shoulder. You start kind of bleeding at the shoulder. So you take 1 harm. Trent?
Trent throws the busted handle of the katana away, and then he looks at this guy, and you see that black come over his eyes, and you see his fingers start to grow these claws, and I leap at him. I'm going to kick some ass using Big Whammy.
Okay.
So I use weird instead of toughness.
Love it.
10.
Okay.
So I'll take less harm, and it does 2 harm close, obvious ignore armor.
Okay. Your eyes cloud over and you leap for him. And as you strike, do you have claws?
Yeah, I think I grow these long kind of black claws.
Okay. Your claws rake across his face and something bizarre happens. As you scrape across his face and go across his forehead, one of your fingers catches in the middle and it plunges in. And you then realize there was an eye there in the middle of his forehead.
Ooh.
And he falls over dead.
I think the claws kind of go away immediately. And
You guys are standing in the room. There's a hole about 2 feet wide in the one wall, and it looks like it goes maybe another 4 or 5 rooms deep, and the fire alarm is going off.
Barry's going to grab the hatchet that that guy just dropped, and he's going to double tap the one that he threw the body at.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the fort, right in the middle of the head.
Doesn't seem like there's anything out of the ordinary. You see the 2 bullet wounds. Jake, you destroyed the eyeball.
okay.
With your
I
finger
sent
kind
Dan
of,
a nasty gram asking if I could take the eyeball.
it kind of just buried its way through, and that's what made him just tip over and die. And so now you have these 3 dead bodies.
We should probably take our things and get out of here. I think Guy Fieri is going to have some questions to answer next time he's in Japan. Let's go.
Grab anything we touched. Barry puts the before he closes the case with the gun, he's going to throw the hatchet in that he grabbed. Anything else, throw it in now. He's going to scoop up some of the chips and throw
Blew
them
that
in there.
guy's fucking head off.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, shit. Barry, can I borrow your crocodile knife?
No, let's get out of here.
No, come on. This is important.
All right, fine. He grabs it it's in my bag.
All right. I get his knife, and I'm going to cut this guy's tongue out
Okay.
and take it.
Okay.
Weird.
I'm spooky.
You guys, you see Trent lean over and pry this guy's mouth open and pull out his tongue and slice it off.
What the fuck?
Don't worry. He's not human. It's not weird because he's not human. I look up and say,
Right?
That's not the first time I've heard that one, kid. Come on, let's get out of here.
You guys open up the door is still open. You see people running by, obviously making their way to the exits. People are pouring down through the staircases. The elevators aren't working.
we are escaping the hotel.
Yeah.
Blend in with the crowd if we can.
Escaping.
Yeah.
You don't seem to have too much trouble doing so. You see security everywhere. You can hear when you get outside, you start to hear the fire engines on their way. But you guys escape out into the night. Where do you go?
I guess I'm not cashing my chips.
I do not think we are going to be allowed in Hiroshima now. One more city off the block, eh?
I mean, it was already kind of a gray area, guy.
Wait. Well, what do we do?
Guess we're going to the monastery.
We should get out of here.
We should.
Good news. That dude was not human.
He did, his axe, it cut me.
Yeah. And he had a third eye. I point to my forehead.
Man, what the fuck? All right. Let's hoof it and we'll grab a car, grab a cab maybe if they'll take us out. It's about an hour out of town.
It is. you can find an Uber that would probably take you. You also, around the casino, if you guys want to stick around, there are car rental places. A lot of the people fly in from the airport, drive directly here, will often leave their cars here. So there are a number of options if you want to take that route as well. Depends how much of a footprint you want to leave.
Barry, how do we pay for the room?
The Ouroboros credit card.
Oh, fuck, we'll worry about that later.
Says Donna. What is Donna's last name? Have we given her her last
I
name?
don't think we have.
Donna DeVito.
Barry still has $2,500 cash. Maybe we'll walk for a little bit. And then if there's anyone who has a sort of a large car, something that we could all fit in, Barry will try and flag him down. The nice American wave.
You're not, how do I describe this? You're in a part of the city where it would be very easy to get an Uber.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably not likely that someone's going to stop for this particular group.
Sure.
And so you can either do a taxi, do an Uber, or probably a rental car are your three best options.
Trent sees you trying to wave down random people, and he takes out his phone and orders an Uber, and then the Uber comes over and he tries to wave it down.
Yep.
And it works.
Yeah, I think I got one.
Yeah, cool.
Who knew Jake could play a condescending teenager so well? You guys
I work with them all day.
Yeah,
right. Know their ways.
You pile into the car and you start driving out into the night. Are you guys going to arrive at this place at night? Are you going to try to find a place to stay? What are you going to do?
Anyone know anything about these kind of places? Would they?
It's even later now, and it was a ways away.
Yep. You'll probably get there sometime after midnight.
I'd say, but before we go, there's something I could try. We probably need like a hotel room or something. I mean, we could do it here in the Uber, but it's gonna really, really freak out our driver.
What is it?
Well, I mean, we could talk to it.
Talk to what?
Whatever the fuck we just interacted with.
Perhaps we can find a hotel in a more inconspicuous town between here and the temple.
Cool. Yeah. Like halfway, something.
You guys pull into the equivalent of the Japanese Motel 6, whatever that may be.
Hey, look, they left the light on.
And this is Tom Bodette. Sorry.
You do a good Tom Bodette.
Yeah, right. So you guys book a room. You're all inside now. And
I pay cash this time.
wise choice. And
You still have your yen.
Oh, yeah. I got my
Straight yen, homie.
bag of yen.
and there you are. You're probably about, your best guess is probably about half an hour away from the temple. You've left kind of the city of Hiroshima behind. The night sky is bright here without the city lights, and it's pretty quiet.
Guy is like there's like a little balcony off of this motel. He's just standing outside looking up at the sky. This country is beautiful, huh?
In fact, the area that you're in is part of a national park. The temple has been here for a long time, and they're allowed to continue to live here and operate here.
All right, I'm gonna do that thing I did with the fungus monster. I need a bottle of sake, and they had a vending machine down there. They sell these little jelly candies. They're fucking awesome. I need some of those.
They also have vending machines for alcohol.
Yeah, so
They have those in Japan.
I think we can get all that out of the vending machine. I'm gonna get ready.
Ken, you think you can facilitate that?
Like the vending machines?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love vending machines.
Barry's going to go sit out with Guy.
You can see Hiroshima in the distance. You guys have gained elevation. And you swear you can see some sirens, some lights in the twinkling on the horizon.
You go get some sake
some sake,
and some jelly
and
candies.
some jelly candies.
Yeah.
Some weird flavor Kit Kats too,
They got all kinds of
Green
weird
tea.
shit. It's great.
and some cock rings from the one in the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know,
Just in case.
All right. We drink some sake. We drink some sake. We eat some Japanese candy, which has nothing to do with what I'm about to do.
Sure.
I just wanted some.
Yeah, because Barry took his $27.
And then
You do have a Coach bag full of candy.
Yeah, I'm saving that. That's important.
let's bring it back.
And I'm going to use Tune In. You can attune your mind to a monster or minion. Roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. On a miss, the monster becomes aware of you. Spend 1 hold to ask the keeper one of the following questions. Gain +1 ongoing when acting on the answer. So what Trent does is he takes the tongue of this guy and his eyes kind of gloss over, turn black, and he starts speaking in this weird infernal language. And then he puts the tongue in his mouth and he closes his mouth and he starts chewing.
Gross.
And then he opens his mouth and you see that the tongue has sort of attached itself.
Even
And
grosser.
He speaks with the voice of the monster.
Awesome.
I'm going to roll,
Mm-hmm.
see how this goes.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 plus 2, so an 8. So hold 1. So I think that since I'm kind of the conduit, I think you guys should pick the question and ask Trent.
I like it.
So the options are: where is the creature right now? What is it planning to do? Who is it going to attack next? What does it regard as the biggest threat? How can I attract its attention?
I think we know the last one.
Yeah. I think I'd like to know. I don't like to be one step behind. I like to be one step ahead. I like to know, what's this thing going to do?
I think that is a good question.
Trent is sitting kind of rigid on the bed. The three of you are standing kind of out on the patio, looking through the doorway at your friend who is not there. And you're kind of discussing your options.
Calling him a friend was a little bit of a stretch, Dan. but-
I thought you guys were cool now.
well,
I did curse him twice.
He's cool. I'm kind
Ken, what do you think? We want to find out what this thing is going to plan.
What it's going to do next.
Yeah, I
What
think
it's gonna
I think
do
we need to
next.
find out what its next move is.
Oi,
I mean, besides like bleeding out into the casino floor, you know. I mean,
oi.
yeah.
I'd like to know if
So I guess since I'm speaking with the voice of, I assume, the minion, the question would be, what is your master going to do next?
Going to do next.
Right.
Guy steps up in front of Trent. Says, Branleur, what is your master going to do next? Eh?
Trent sitting there on the edge of the bed, rigid, no movement, and his jaw begins to move. And it says now, Jake, question, with an 8, do you expose yourself to danger? Or
No,
you,
an 8, because it's most of the special moves,
Yep.
they
don't
just,
have a,
yeah, they don't really have a downside
It's just a-
unless you fail. If you
Okay.
fail, it's always a hard move.
Yep.
But a 7 to 9 is just, we only got 1 question.
great.
On a 10, we would have got 3 questions.
Wow.
So.
it says, Trent says, he will wait, he will watch, and he will devour you.
He is a lazy monster, eh?
that's
Jake, your
fucking
eyes
weird.
kind of roll
mean-
back.
Maybe he's just like a voyeur and he's just kind of into like
What the fuck? What?
watching shit.
Oh,
I mean,
Spit up.
sounds like yeah.
What did it say? What did it say?
He
Sounds
will
like yeah,
wait, he will watch, he will devour us.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking creep.
Yeah, that's I've heard that kind of shit's kind of popular over here. That like voyeur shit. I don't know.
Barry gets up and closes the windows.
I don't
You,
know. Ken will know about that better than any of us. Wait.
Ken doesn't watch. Ken acts.
Do you y'all think we need to go off grid for this?
Well, we're pretty much off grid right now.
Well, I mean, he pulls out his cell phone.
No. Oh my God, no.
saying we dump them. We don't bring them to the
I know what you're saying. It's fucking crazy.
It's not crazy.
How are we
kid.
going to find our way there?
Man. Barry pulls out a pamphlet that he grabbed from the office. In here, we have maps to historical sites. It's a national park. We can find our way there. We can hide the
I've got
phone.
the map right here. I hold up my phone.
On the cover of your map is an actual picture of the Buddhist temple you're trying to get to.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's on Google Maps.
Yes. But you know what else is on Google Maps? Whatever was talking out of your fucking mouth right now.
Dude, they're the Yakuza. They're not the fucking CIA.
Yeah, but we're living in 2020 something now.
Barry doesn't even know what year it is.
Listen, Canada years are different.
He's just living. He's been living in the past.
We use metric.
Look, all right. It waits. It watches. It's going to eat us. Tusk.
Devours.
Devour. Yeah, it's more sexual if you say devour.
And then I don't know. Did I tell you guys about tusks and teeth and hunger?
You're making it even more sexual.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's all I know. Tusk, teeth, hunger,
And
wait,
devouring.
watch, devour. So we're dealing with something with a lot of eyes and a really big mouth. All right? Okay.
What would they?
Barry, is it just me or are you hard right now too?
Those fucking tight ass cut off jeans. See everything.
Barry does that thing where he like stands up and like pulls up the
Adjust.
side of it. Yeah, he
Roll of
adjusts.
quarters in your pocket.
He sits down.
That answered my question. Okay. It's just the tusks. I don't know.
This temple is from what I understand, is a place of peace. Now, I don't want whatever's chasing us out of Hiroshima to come and follow us there. Last thing I want to do is be on the bad side of Buddhist monks.
If what your friend was saying is true, it is perhaps being watched by these gangsters. If he is known this Hiroku, if he made a deal with the Yakuza, maybe they are making sure that nobody is coming to see him.
You think Third Eye Blind is already there?
Maybe one more of it.
Do.
I do not get that reference.
Wait, you never heard Third Eye Blind?
No, I did
Oh,
not.
I catered their 2011 reunion tour. It was fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It was terrible to begin with.
If they are watching, then we need to be careful. If they get wind that it is us going to see Hiroku after what we pulled in the hotel, they will come in force.
All right, I'll put my phone in airplane mode. All right.
All right.
I got one more disguise with me. I'll put that on.
All right.
That way because they'll be expecting Guy Fieri to show up there. They won't be expecting this other guy.
Maybe you do away with the disguises. They make you more obvious and easy to identify than your normal self. How long has it been, Ken? They would hardly know you.
What, since I've yeah, you're right. Now they're looking for Guy Fieri. They think he's shooting up casinos with 50 cals. This is perfect. No one's
Welcome to Diaries.
He is 100% correct, by the way. Anyone wearing a terrible wig from like the Halloween store is so much more obvious than someone just walking in normally.
But they're not going to remember what he looked like.
Nope.
They're just going to remember that he has a stupid wig
terrible
on.
wig. Yeah.
exactly. He'll be more noticeable, but less recognizable.
He's got like the He-Man wig, just the blonde bob.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are gonna hang tight, get some rest, and head up to the monastery the next morning, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep.
The night passes and
Uneventfully, Dan, would you say?
Uneventfully.
Oh my God, I love those
Did
words.
we pick up watches? Did we set watches?
yeah.
Yeah, it's Guy. The entire night.
Yeah.
We have a 50 caliber sniper rifle. No one's
We have
no
a
one's
ghost
sneaking
with a
up.
50 cal.
And we deadbolted the door too. I mean,
A pastry chef with a Beretta 50 just hanging out on a balcony. Back with me.
I honestly God picked a weapon and I was like, there's no way they're gonna use it like in close quarter combat.
We're not done yet.
Yeah,
Number one, we're
right.
not done.
Barry's going to take a look at those. He has a hatchet, the one that he grabbed. He's a collector of movie memorabilia, specifically action movies. He's going to take a look at this thing and see if it's of any quality.
It is of exceptional quality. It looks like it has that damask wave pattern on it. It's been folded, obviously, many times in its making, and you kind of see that the handle through a twist will come off, and the metal is stamped with Japanese characters.
Hey, Ken, you recognize this? He shows it to you.
Yeah, let me take a closer look at that, Barry. Do you want me to?
You have one more hold, right?
I do.
Yep. What were you gonna roll for?
I was going to. I thought the closest. I was going to investigate a mystery.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
9.
9. Okay. The characters, you know that in Japan there are maker's marks. Usually they're on what's called the tongue of the weapon, the part that the handle covers, and when they're marked, that usually means they're from a specific place, a high quality, and you can date this one probably to maybe the Edo period, which is like I think the 14th or 15th century.
Wow.
Damn.
It's this axe is older than Guy Croissant. Way older than Guy Croissant. And he's fucking old.
So mad.
Yeah, I lied. 1600s.
Still older than me.
Yeah, we're talking like twice as old as Guy Croissant over there.
You said the handle twists?
Yeah, it's got it's similar to some samurai swords. The top or the guard usually has 2 pins.
Yep.
And they can be removed, and then it all kind of actually, it's a very simple mechanical kind of lock setup.
It's like a lever. You
It's,
put it in and it stretches to hold the head of the blade. Okay.
Yeah, they're modular.
Yeah, the axe is, the handle is similarly built where it can, with a few twists, it does come apart and you can see the markings on it.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to reassemble it and spin it in my hands.
It's not movie memorabilia, though. Sorry to disappoint.
Dude, the chick at the gift shop told me that was a real Hattori Hanzo sword. That cost $3,000.
That cost what?
$3,000.
It could not even cut the flesh.
It didn't even cut his neck.
So I gotta break this to you, Trent, but it was at a casino gift shop. Not gonna be a Hanzo sword, my friend. I mean, a replica of a replica, perhaps, but
That, Barry, would be an ultimate get from Kill Bill. A Hattori Hanzo sword. A replica would be chef's kiss.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right.
The sun comes through your window. It is morning. You guys have an impromptu breakfast from the vending machines. And you are carless at the moment. But there are buses that go by, apparently. The clerk at the front desk says that there are buses that go by and do regular tours of the national park. The
Good way to
public
pass unnoticed.
transport system here in Japan is far better than anything that we have here in the States, which is not hard.
By functioning normally, it's far better than
They have a bus.
Yeah, they have a bus.
So the 4 of you chuckleheads are standing out on the edge of the road. A bus stops and you pile on. Ken, you've got plenty of yen in your pocket.
I do, and a red wig and red goatee now.
Perfect.
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 Like little
Carrot
orphan
top.
Annie.
Carrot top.
Carrot
You
top.
could
Thank you.
not
Even better.
be any more noticeable in a land of short, dark-haired people.
Yet unrecognizable.
Yet unrecognizable.
Noticeable, but not recognizable.
Again, that wig is ridiculous. You'll be noticed from hundreds of yards away.
Hey, that's fine.
But not Rick.
I want to stand out, but not be seen.
Mailed.
That goes on Ken Wiley's quote wall.
What the con?
The bus,
Dude, you're wearing a 3-foot tall chef's hat. Like, what the fuck,
There's
man?
nothing I can do. This is how I am.
You can't even take off the hat.
I cannot know.
Like, why aren't like? I can't help it. Like,
I try to knock it off his head.
you're actually kind of surprised because in your mind, Guy is intangible, but he's pretty solid. And the hat, instead of knocking it off, his whole head just goes cranks over and turns it a hard 90.
I mean, I'm thankful for this. So don't get me wrong, but I just don't understand why you look like you looked before you were burned to death. Then you look like as you burned to death.
It's like the fucking Star Wars ghost, right?
Yeah,
why does he come back as young Anakin?
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
right?
what? He comes back as a weird bald guy.
No, he comes back as Hayden Christensen.
Ken, he saw the remake. They changed it, actually.
They changed it?
They changed it.
Whoa, crazy.
Yep.
Star Wars is
fucked up, man.
a movie.
You-
He looks like
Yeah, so here's what I'm like but shouldn't he like look like end of Return of the Jedi Darth Vader instead of like
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But he should look like fucking, what's his name? When the
crispy
aunt and uncle when
yeah,
they're
like crispy
like
own
outside
laws,
the,
yeah, you should
Is-
look like crispy own laws, but
as
you
much
look
as
like
I enjoy recounting the horrible end of my life. I do not make the rules.
You hear the pneumatics of the bus stop and the doors open
Thank you, Dan.
as this game descends into a Star Wars debate.
what do the tourists around us look like?
It's a bunch of like very polite, quiet, and everyone piles out of this bus. So there's a bunch of tourists who are kind of milling about. There are what look like a few different foreign groups, like there's a few couples from what look like Europe, and there's at least one other couple from America here on the bus, and they all disembark here at the Buddhist temple. The road, everyone kind of walks in, and depending on how you guys compose yourself, the rest of the tours kind of a quiet hush descends as this place is clearly sacred. The gardens are exquisite. They're well manicured and taken care of. There's groves of bamboo. You can hear the sound of running water. And a large temple stands before you. And as you walk towards, you go through one of those classic Japanese gates with the two tall red posts and the wooden archway. And you enter the Buddhist temple.
Guy is immediately on alert for anyone who looks like they might have a tattoo, they're missing fingers, anything like that.
Sure. So far, it all looks pretty benign. The place is beautiful. There is a kiosk, an information kiosk, that points out, there's a map of the grounds that you can look at. It kind of designates some areas as off limits where the monks live. And there are other kind of tourist information areas that are marked on it. So you kind of do a self-guided tour. You can rent one of those things to listen to in your language. So it's kind of set up as a traditional tourist destination.
Yeah.
The temple is apparently very old. And you guys are standing there by the kiosk.
Bear will grab one of the listening devices. I think what he's looking for on the map, maybe if there's a stop that overlooks one of these off-limits areas.
Sure.
Perhaps a garden where I'm sure this self-sufficient community, it's maybe where they grow their food and things like that.
There is a raised garden that is supposed to be or traditionally used as a meditation area. But the way you look at it is that it overlooks a number of the monastery domiciles. So looking down from the garden height, you can see kind of these pathways and walkways where it looks like monks in those orange robes are kind of going about their daily lives. And it looks like there's a vegetable garden further down where they're working the fields. And that's kind of the site before you.
Barry's going to go to the bathroom.
Sure.
He
I think he's still jinxed.
he brings the case in with him. And what he's going to do is he's going to sit down on the nice toilet. And he's going to take that case. He's going to open it up, and he's going to detach the scope
Awesome.
from the rifle.
Mhm.
And he's just going to put it in the inside pocket of his jacket, and
Great.
it's going to come out.
Okay.
Sprays his butt. It was a little hot on that bus,
Mhm.
so he's gonna
Yeah, little swamp ass.
Love it.
he's gonna freshen up.
All
He's
right.
gonna come out.
That denim does not breathe well.
It's the chainmail. Actually,
You go to the edge of that garden, and there's a bench, and you sit at the bench, and you prop your elbow on the arm of the bench, and take out that spyglass, the sight, and you look through it, steadying your hand, and you kind of go from entryway to entryway, and you're looking at the monks individually, and then you spot kind of in one far corner, there is a home. It looks like a small wooden building, and outside of it is sitting someone who's definitely not a Buddhist monk. They are wearing a kimono, a traditional kimono, and you can see tattoos all over them. But he's sitting on his front porch, and it looks like he's carving something.
I pull out the Polaroid.
You look at the Polaroid, and then you look at this old man. You kind of wonder. You don't see the same tattoos, but it could be.
Can I see his hands?
Yes,
Pinky.
missing.
He looks up at the others. Don't motion. But I think we might find someone that we might be interested in talking with. And he points towards the building. He'll hand the scope over to Ken, just beyond the gardens there.
The tattooed fella?
The old man.
Ken, while you're looking around, why don't you read a bad situation?
15.
Oh,
No
my
way.
Lord. Let's see. So you get
It's actually a good situation.
hold 3.
It's about to become a good situation.
Here you go. There's the questions you can ask.
All right. Well, I think these are all great questions.
Good thing you got 3.
Yeah.
Except for protect the victims. Fuck them.
We are the victims.
Yeah, we are the victims.
You're a victim too, brother.
All right. So we'll go best way in, best way out, and dangers we haven't noticed.
You get one more as well.
No, the in and out are two
In and out
different.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The first one, the best way in. Pretty easy, actually. There's no security here. Well, let me correct that. There's nothing to block you from coming and going to any part of the monastery. At best, there is occasionally a roped off area, but nothing more than that. There's no locked doors or anything like that. So you know that you can just walk through the gardens and into this area. Someone may stop you, but there's nothing physically preventing you. The best way out, likely the same way. For you guys, without a vehicle, you would either, if you had to leave in a hurry, you might be able to commandeer a vehicle from the parking lot. Otherwise, you'd have to wait for a bus. And lastly, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? As you're looking through that scope and you see this old man kind of unhurriedly working away at this piece of wood on his porch, you notice in kind of 2 separate corners, there are security cameras that are faced at his building. But you don't see any others, really. And that is the only discernible kind of presence other than his that you notice that's out of place, that could seem like a threat.
What do you see?
Seems a little out of place that these Buddhists have some have an eye in the sky on this guy. So I'm guessing it's not him, not them that's watching him. But somebody's got cameras on our friend over there.
Easy to see. I mean, it doesn't seem like something that they wouldn't know that it's here, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, we should.
Maybe we can get his attention.
Nothing stopping us from ahead and walking right over there and just saying hi if we want to. But
it will look a little out of the ordinary. We can make the excuse that we are stupid American tourists walking into places we do not understand.
yeah, I mean, I'm dressed like a clown over here. We got Chef Boyardee, so yeah.
Can we just I don't see the cameras. Can we just stay out of their view?
Oh yeah.
Just kind of walk up as close as we can and talk to him?
It will be obvious that he is talking to someone, no?
I don't know.
The cameras they are focused in on the house. So as long as you don't walk past them, it's likely you won't get picked up. You will have to kind of approach in a careful way so that the other one doesn't pick you up or vice versa.
Why don't we do that and just tell him to act cool?
He seems like a pretty cool customer.
Chef,
Oui.
I've seen you move through some things that people don't usually move through. Anyway, you could get maybe a message to our friend.
There are walls I could perhaps move between. Oui. I cannot go completely invisible, but as long as there is enough room for me to fit, they will not see me.
Barry pulls out, he has the Polaroid, and he pulls out a pen, and he's going to write something on it, and he's going to hand it to...
Your pen breaks. No, I'm
Geek.
kidding.
There's no ink in it.
Ink's all over your hand.
No, it's a mechanical pencil, and it snaps.
It snaps every time.
It just keeps going back
so
in.
annoying.
Clicks it 3 times, and it pushes back in. He's gonna write something on it and ask Chef if you could deliver us to them. Maybe he might be inclined to have a word with us.
Trent, what are you doing?
I'm just watching,
Mhm.
just waiting. Not really doing anything. He's writing the letter. I'm chilling,
You feel a little
smoking my vape.
uncomfortable here.
How disrespectful.
Yeah.
There is something troubling here. But what you think it is actually how peaceful it is. That's what's actually causing you to be a bit jittery.
I'm smoking. I'm kind of looking around, and I kind of wander off.
Mhm.
I'm just kind of looking around.
As you wander the grounds, you come across it's a little information area. And there is this huge mural painted on one of the walls. It's one of these amazing works that the monks have made. And you see this large, bluish, demon-looking creature with big tusks. And it is devouring a man. And you read the blurb below it, and it is what the Japanese describe as an oni. And they are known to be devils of misfortune. And they are known to devour and destroy things, spreading chaos, disease. And one thing you also notice about the picture is kind of at the very top of its forehead, it looks like it has a third eye.
Okay. I take a picture of that mural.
Someone quietly approaches you and says, "Please, no photos."
I walk away from them.
Yep.
I say, "Sorry, I don't speak Japanese."
Someone who just spoke English to you. You guys are the fucking worst.
Yep.
All right, cutting back over to Guy. You have taken this note.
Yeah.
And you're walking through the garden, and you descend the stairs towards this lower monastic area where the monks live. And you take a hard step left before the stairs end and start walking through the wall. And as you do that, you immediately are in a cellar area. It looks like it's underneath the garden.
Yeah.
There are food supplies and things here. It all pretty mundane, but you know that in your kind of mind's eye, you're walking along the wall of the garden that was raised. So you're kind of walking along where all of these monks are. And then you take a right and kind of peek your face through the wall. And right in front of you is another building. It looks like where a lot of these monks are kind of coming and going from. And through kind of a careful workaround, you begin to make your way through through this area.
Cool.
And eventually you get to the far end, and now you're peeking through another wall, and you can see, call it like 20, 30 yards from you, this, for lack of a better word, cabin in the corner of this garden. And you can see the man still working away. Now that you're closer, you can see that it looks like he's making a wooden flute.
Guy gets close enough where whatever he would be able to see something that was like thrown on the ground, basically, but not close enough to be in view of camera.
Sure.
He waits for the man to kind of look down for a second, pokes his like half of his body out, and flings the picture into the open hall in front of him. And and then ducks back in.
I like it. So you guys sitting there up on, the two of you sitting there up on the top of the garden, you see this Polaroid kind of flutter through the air. And the man on the porch raises his head, puts the piece that he's working on down, and walks across this kind of graveled area to the picture and picks it up. And he stands there looking at the Polaroid. And on the back of it, it says, there is a dong drawn on it. And it says, "We need your help." No. He reads the note. And that reminds me of that scene in Big Lebowski.
Yeah, where
he traces the phone message and it's just a big picture of a dick. The man flips the Polaroid back over and then looks out kind of across the gardens, and his eyes lock on the two of you up at the top. And he turns, and it looks like he's making his way through the garden towards you.
Barry stands up as the man picks up the Polaroid.
Dan, is there a gift shop here?
There is.
I'm going to go to the gift shop.
Do they have a katana?
He gives you a $20 bill.
Who does?
Barry, you need this?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Here. You need more? I got $7 more out of yours.
I don't know how much. I mean, probably super fucking expensive because it's not like these monks do anything.
Here, take this. And he just gives you, he's looking
card?
at the man. No, it's just the wad of his cash.
Okay.
There's $2,500.
What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I go to the gift shop.
Okay.
Do they have any Oni things?
They have the opposite of Oni things. They have small kind of good luck. I can't remember the name of them, but they're kind of these little roundish red statues with a bright white face.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of things that are luck based rather than
curse
or bad luck.
Okay.
Omamori
Maybe. Yeah.
is an amulet of good luck charm from
Yep.
Japan, warding away evil.
Could I just say that they have maybe like for kids, like a coloring book with like a set of markers?
What they do have like a poster of that Oni picture too, of the mural that you saw. But yes, they have a coloring book. It's actually of mandalas that you can color in.
All right. I just want the markers.
Okay.
I throw the coloring book away.
Perfect.
And then I ask them if they have any. Do you have any Hattori Hanzo swords here?
He gives you kind of a quizzical look,
I hold up the wad of money.
and he says, "We do not sell weapons."
Shit, I leave.
Guy making his way back.
Mhm.
He's going to actually poke his head into the storeroom to take a look.
Sure. All looks pretty normal.
Yeah.
Food supplies. There's even a lot of maintenance supplies down here. It looks like everything you need to run a monastery.
Okay.
But nothing out of the ordinary.
Makes his way back.
You arrive kind of via the staircase again. The man is in front of you, walking up the stairs. And at the top, he turns and faces you. As you see him now closer to you, you're pretty sure that this is the same man.
I have my back turned to him.
He greets you in Japanese.
Barry bows.
He bows back slightly.
Hey, can we do that thing where we talk to each other but we don't face each other? I always kind of wanted to do that. I thought it'd be cool.
We need to be inconspicuous.
You are Americans.
Well, I'm Canadian technically, but yeah.
And I am French.
I'm an American. I mean, I speak a little Japanese, but I'm from the States. Yeah.
Is this normal behavior?
I mean, I think it's fair to say that nothing we do is really that normal.
That is true.
We're friends with your nephew Kenji.
The man's eyes kind of widen a little, and he says, "That is a name I have not heard in a long time."
He is fulfilling his dream. He works at a world-class restaurant in New York City.
You see him nod, and he looks approving of this. And he says, "What is it that you want?"
We have been sent in search of the fuku fruit.
Ah, that is its common name. It is the Engimono fruit that you look for. I have served it twice in my lifetime. It is not easy to come by.
That is why we sought you out.
Its location is unknown to me, but its source is at the place, unlikely place perhaps, the Kyoko Casino.
Mild.
You know this place.
Oui.
I was once the head chef, and this fruit was presented to me to bring to the Emperor of Japan. My Yakuza at the time controlled the casino. The second time I served this fruit was to the Yamaguchi Yakuza as a peace treaty. Yet they betrayed us, and they have taken the casino.
And they have used your good fortune.
He nods.
Do they know how to harvest this plant and this fruit?
That was unknown even to me. I was presented this fruit to prepare. I was not shown how it was procured. I do know that it comes from those grounds. I do not know how.
Do you perhaps know where?
It is likely that it is partitioned, separated from the main grounds in a lower level. I will say that the Yamaguchi are not natural. They fought as if possessed.
We have some inkling of that, we?
Is the mural visible from here?
Yeah, but I don't know if you'd be able to make it out or understand it.
Barry turns his head in the direction of where it is, sort of conspicuously.
Mm-hmm. He kind of catches your look and says, "I have long suspected that there is an Oni in Hiroshima. These beings feed off of chaos."
Barry looks at the kid.
I'm not back yet.
He looks for the kid.
When two Yakuza fight, there is much death and much chaos. I do know He kind of gestures to the mural. If you are to find an Oni, you must go through a demon gate. They are, according to legend, under the auspices of the ox and tiger. I do not know if I can help you more than this.
You have been helpful, much more helpful. Why do they watch you? Are they afraid of you?
It is part of the bargain I made that I would not leave these grounds. It is a good bargain. It is a good life, one I do not deserve.
Everyone deserves peace.
He nods his head.
Everyone except for Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, fuck that
He
guy.
nods.
He nods.
Barry pulls out the hatchet,
Mhm.
just very quietly,
Mhm.
and he's in exchange for your help. We understand it may be dangerous for you to help us, but these people will not stop us from achieving our task.
A Warren Buffett buffet.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to say it out
Our
loud.
most noble task.
He takes the axe kind of in open palms, and he says, "This is a weapon of chaos and death. It will find its final resting place here." He takes it, and he turns and begins to walk back downstairs.
Good thing we got another weapon of chaos and death in my case.
Merci, Haruki. May you find peace here.
After he leaves, Trent comes back eating some Pocky. He says, guys, I figured it out. He shows you a picture of the Oni on his phone. He says, there's an Oni
Yes,
in
there-
Hiroshima.
there's an Oni
and I'm pretty sure that is
casino.
in the...
The
Wait,
casino.
Wait,
Yep. Ox and Tiger Gate.
yeah, we Oxen Tiger.
The fuck?
Yep. Nice work, kid. Pats him on the back.
All right, cool.
That man
All right.
walking away as Haruki, he helped us.
All right.
Barry grabs a piece of candy from his hand.
Well, do you know about Oni? Because I just Googled the fuck out of those things, and they feed off of chaos.
Yep.
Wait,
Just nodding.
Oh, shit. All right.
I mean,
Do you know about the Demon Gate too? You get that part?
No, what the fuck is a demon gate?
It's what we have to pass through
what
to
if
find the Oni.
what if we could capture the Oni and bring it back to the Ouroboros with us?
I've never eaten Oni.
We gonna hire it?
I mean, it feeds off chaos. Like it'd have a fucking feast in our kitchen.
It's true.
Yeah.
it would be the most powerful Oni
Well,
in all
yeah.
of existence.
I mean, we're basically all a bunch of fucking Oni. But
Yeah.
I did read this.
Maybe he
so
wants a job.
They feed off chaos, right? But look at this. Look, I show you guys a bunch of pictures of people wearing Oni masks. I say people wear the masks as good luck because apparently you wear the mask at these festivals and it tricks the Oni into thinking you're one of them and protects you and gives you good fortune.
So you're saying I need a new disguise?
I'm gonna get you ready. All right, we need another Uber, and it's gonna cost a lot of money. So can we use the Ouroboros card?
I have I have this entire fucking bag of yen right here.
You can't pay for an Uber in cash.
Why not?
Okay.
I mean, they come to pick us up. They drop the thing. We pay them cash. They don't need to go through fucking Uber.
You don't want to take the bus?
Cool. All right. No, we can't take the bus where we're going. Hellgate.
Well, apparently, so this fruit, it's at the casino. Its source is at the casino.
So I was fucking right the whole time. They're using the bad fortune to make the fruit.
it seems you are correct.
What strikes you as odd is that luck would generally be an antithesis to Oni.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't generally like it. But, opposites attract. So,
What more chaotic place with good luck, bad luck fluctuating like waves? What better place than a casino?
New York City. Ouroboros.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Anything that we do, any place that we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Worm. What was that place? Wormhole?
Wormhole.
Yeah.
And I found it quite peaceful, actually.
Well, this place sucks. So let's go back to the casino.
you guys, why don't someone make a quick read a bad situation for me?
Sure.
Iron Sharp.
Oh.
9.
Okay. Your suggestion to call the Uber but pay cash, you think that's a good idea? You think using the company credit card after what happened at the casino, probably a no-go for your duration here in Japan? You're probably on a lot of lists right now.
Can we have another cut to Donna in the future at the office?
Why has my card been canceled?
It's a squad of Yakuza hitmen.
And you guys pile into a car and you're heading back to Hiroshima. It's about an hour and a half car ride. You're in a minivan, a Toyota minivan that can fit the lot of you. And you have about an hour and a half until you reach the city.
So, Dan,
Yep.
on the way,
Mhm.
pull out my pack of markers
Yep.
that I bought, and I would like to use magic.
Okay.
I
Love it.
basically want to paint Oni masks on people's faces.
Cool.
And I want to.
What do you want the result to be?
I want the result to be this. I was reading about this.
Mhm.
The idea is that they wear the mask to hide from the Oni,
Correct.
to have good fortune.
Yep.
So I want the result to be specifically on the list of things you can do with magic to protect you from a curse.
Great. Okay. Awesome. Go ahead and roll.
Maybe I'm gonna help. Maybe someone help me.
Yeah, I'll help out. I'm gonna help out. And can we say if I succeed, I can actually have an Oni mask as well?
Sure.
Otherwise,
Sure.
if I don't,
right,
I
right.
won't get one,
Because
Yeah,
you're go.
and I will like get more
Yep.
heat for it.
Okay. I like it.
Help out is cool.
Yes.
Or is it random?
I think it's cool.
All right.
It is cool.
8.
8. So you help. So you add +1, which gives me an 11.
Excellent.
But I think I still get some heat for that.
You expose yourself to danger.
Yep.
Okay. I'll put that in my pocket. The old keeper pocket.
Yep.
The old trapper keeper. And you guys have are they intricate? Are they well done, or are they kind of goofy?
I imagine we got an hour and a half in the car,
Mhm.
and I rolled really well. So I think that we look pretty fucking badass.
Cool. It's like some you paint them in the kind of the tradition of some of the samurai masks.
Yeah, yeah.
Because those are usually Oni masks.
Yep.
Oni masks. So you guys look pretty intimidating, and your gaijin status is a bit hidden.
Can you make mine look like Gene Simmons? I guess not exactly, but like as much as possible while keeping with the Oni theme.
Big tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know?
give him. Yeah. I know Gene Simmons. Yep.
Okay.
I give him.
You give me Peter Chris makeup.
Yeah, the cat. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's really good what you did there. That's definitely going to help you out. So, you guys arrive at the casino. It is coming on for late afternoon. The sun is setting, and are you guys just going to stroll in? What are you going to do?
I mean, yeah. Sniper rifle over the shoulder, swords in hand, shoulder to shoulder.
I got the knife on me.
Okay.
Oh, and last time I was in there, I was wearing the robe. Now I got the denim, unrecognizable with the Oni mask on.
Yes. So
Returning to the scene of the crime. You know, you're no one
No one would be that stupid enough.
no one would be dumb enough.
Do you know what we should do? We should walk around the outside of the building until we get to the Ox and Tiger Gate.
Yep.
Hit the elevator and then go from there.
yeah. Probably park right at that gate. I
Sure.
assume, like drive around it.
You guys drive around. Each gate, there's six towers, or kind of the layout is in 6 points, and each of those points shares 2 animals, and you find the Ox and Tiger Gate. It's in the northeast. You walk through the doors, and there is an elevator at the far end of the hallway, and on the doors of the elevators is an ox and a tiger. What do you do?
So now what? What did your buddy tell you to do?
Is there anything different about this elevator than our snake and horse?
It's positioned in a different part of the main foyer. So it's further into the building.
Okay.
The other one was on the exterior of the building.
Okay.
Gave you a view as you were going up. This one is positioned more centrally.
We try to get as low as we can in the elevator. He said that whatever was happening was in a sub basement, detached from the casino.
Oh, okay.
You guys get into the elevator?
Yeah.
Barry gets punched.
The door's open, square in the face. You are standing in the elevator and you're looking at it, and it goes 10, 11, 12, 14 and continues up. 13 is rather conspicuously missing.
13's unlucky.
Is there like a spot where it would be?
No. That's what kind of disguises it, is that it looks like, the number's just wrong.
13 is unlucky? Okay.
Is it unlucky in Japan as well?
I think 8 is lucky.
I think 13 is unlucky.
So we want to go to 14 and then find a way down?
Is there maybe a slot for like a fireman's key?
Yep.
Barry has been, for the past couple of months or time since our last excursion, finding ways to get to Wormhole. Easy ways to get to Wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
Could we say maybe, I'm glad to make a roll, if he has come into the possession of a fireman's key at some point?
Sure. Why don't we roll...
If it's an Otis elevator, then they're probably all keyed alike anyway. So you have one key, you have them all.
Yep. My brother told me this.
roll act under pressure.
Cool. Plus cool.
Yep.
9.
Okay. You reach in to your back pocket, you pull out that janitor size roll of keys, and you flip through them until you find that elevator key. You put it in, it kind of, it's tough, but it does fit. And you know that if you twist it all the way, you might break it, but it will probably work.
He tries to finesse it as much as he can, but then he realizes not. And he's looking around.
Is it the wrong key?
No, it's not the wrong key.
If we go up to 14, I could perhaps step out in the place where 13 would be and then call the elevator back down.
All right. We got one shot at this. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to get back on. But are you all ready? He twists the fireman key. And then, I don't know how he do it. Maybe he presses 12 and 14 at the same time.
You turn the fireman's key and the lock opens the panel that it's resting in. And beneath it is a very simple button that says number 13.
Presses it.
You start going down.
Barry jumps.
You feel like...
As we're going down, I say, so, Guy, if you could you just stop and the elevator would keep going?
I could perhaps do that, but I have not learned how to fly yet.
You would learn how to fly? You go to ghost school at night?
No, it is more of a turn of phrase.
He ain't much of a swimmer either.
But perhaps one day I will be able to fly like a bird in the sky. Yeah, Trent? And then I can do whatever you want. I can do tricks for you, oui? Merde, merde. Pour de con.
The elevator stops. It was a short ride. The doors slide open. And in front of you looks like a Japanese garden. It's all in pretty dim light. You're not sure where the source of light is coming from at the moment, but it is dark. Kind of like a lit, almost the equivalent of a full moon. And you can see not far through the kind of vegetation, there is, that the very classical Japanese architecture of those rice kind of paper walls, and it looks kind of like a long rectangular building, kind of spreads out on three ways. So you're kind of walking out into what looks like will be a large courtyard, but you're walking down a more narrow path through a garden at the moment. But you can see kind of the building through the bamboo stands and small trees.
What does it smell like, Dan? Is it humid?
It is, yeah. It's got that very earthy smell, kind of stone and mineral, maybe a hint of brimstone, even sulfur. But the place is alive, which is kind of backwards because it's all underground too.
I got a bad feeling about this, fellas.
Someone want to read a bad situation for me?
I think Barry just volunteered.
Mm-hmm.
I have my kitchen torch out and ready to go.
8 on the dice, -1, 7.
Okay. So you get 1 to ask. Best way in, best way out. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What is the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? Or what's the best way to protect the victims?
What is the biggest threat?
You've stepped out onto this stone walkway, and you're kind of winding your way through this garden quietly. Most of what you hear is the sound of running water. You don't hear anything else in the garden. There's no sound of creatures or wind or anything like that. No natural sounds. You can't even hear the sounds of the casino. And when you think of that, when you think of what is down here, what is dangerous, you see across, you finally get a view looking out across this courtyard, and the outline, the silhouette of someone behind one of these rice walls is there. And you can see that this silhouette, maybe it's a trick of the light, but the silhouette is massive. 10, 11, maybe 12 feet tall. And you can see walking through this hall, unbeknownst that you're, it has no clue that you're there, but that palpable feeling of dread is associated with seeing that silhouette walk by and through these walls.
Barry turns and looks at Trent. See, he's
You
unnerved.
see the glow of Trent's vape and smell cotton candy in the air.
He takes it from your hand.
What's up?
He takes a puff. He pulls out the Crocodile Dundee knife, and he goes like this. He taps the center of his forehead, and he turns and points the knife at this huge silhouette.
You think the eye is a weak spot? I stabbed the guy in the eye and he died. The bullet, kind of went through his eye.
He shrugs.
Eye might be a weak spot.
Barry's going to button up his denim jacket so he has a full protection of his chainmail. He's nervous. His belly goes. We're not alone, fellas.
As you say that, the four of you have kind of worked your way through this garden quietly. You now see the open courtyard before you that's surrounded on three sides by this structure down here. In the center of the courtyard is this large, kind of shallow bowl. Looks like a crater. And in the heart of this crater is a tree. And the tree grows maybe 25, 30 feet tall. And you can see these bright white fruits that are growing from the tree. You count them, there's maybe 10, 15 of them. They are the same shape as the fruit that you saw in the photograph, but not the same color. And
As if they're not ripe.
maybe. You don't see any on the ground that color. And then you see another kind of peculiar sight. Off to one side, just outside the edge of the crater, chained and manacled, is this bizarre kind of looking creature. Think, you know, what are the people from Aliens, the proto-humans?
The engineers or whatever.
The engineers. So tall, you know, maybe 10 feet tall. It's lying kind of on its side, completely white, hairless. And it looks as though it had wings at a time, but has them no longer. They look like they're stumps. And it is chained to the ground, and it looks like it's asleep, lying there by the crater and edge of this tree.
Are the chains in such a way that this creature could not reach whatever is growing on the tree?
Yes, it would not be able to reach it.
What misfortune it is to be so close, yet so far. Barry's going to walk up to this creature.
It is sleeping. It doesn't stir when you walk towards it.
He crouches down. He takes pity on this creature. He sees it's been maimed. He puts his hand on its shoulder.
Faster than you can follow, the hand grabs you by the throat. It doesn't immediately crush your windpipe, but it is strong, and it envelops you. And it rises slowly. It is an unbelievably strong creature, whatever it is, but it does not test the limits of its chain. And it looks you squarely in the eye and says, quietly,
My name is Barry Bergeron.
it loosens its grip on your neck, and you're kind of suspended by your chin. What are the three of you doing?
Guy is he actually sidles into the wall on one of the sides. Is this building surrounding us? Is it a wall or is it like a building? Like, is this a wall to a building inside? You know what I'm saying?
I think so. So the walls are all those kind of rice paper
Yeah.
walls, and there's clearly more building beyond it. Yep.
Okay. Is there like a stone wall or something that Guy can kind of hide inside of?
Yeah, there are some stone structures. Most of it's wood and paper.
Okay. Guy is gonna try to get inside one, poke his head out a little bit so he can see, and just kind of survey what is going on.
Inside are it's exquisitely decorated. There are artifacts of all kinds. They look like they extend over any number of centuries. And you scan kind of room after room. A lot of them are similar. You come across what looks like a place of where someone eats, and there are pieces of human bodies on the table.
Yum.
And yeah, that's kind of, you kind of work your way scanning these things.
Yep.
Trent?
Trent's going over and he's looking at the fruit on the tree. And he's looking at the tree itself. And we see a little bit of a flashback. Trent is at his parents' home in Connecticut. His mother, Deborah, is gardening in the backyard. Think extremely idyllic, white picket fence, nice house. The exact opposite of wherever you think Trent
Grew up.
would be. And his mother is pruning her rose bushes, and she says, "We need to make sure that the plants are healthy, make sure they get plenty of food." I'm looking at this tree and trying to figure out, is it malnourished?
It seems to be thriving.
Really?
The tree, the fruit as you approach it is kind of softly glowing. The fruit, that white fruit. And as you look, imagine almost like a bonsai. Its roots are spread over this kind of rocky soil. You can see the bones of people beneath it.
Okay. So the fruit, I guess I'm trying to figure out the color of the fruit not matching.
Mm-hmm.
And if it looks like the fruit is ripe, because I think his first thought was that maybe the Oni was preventing the fruit from getting ripened.
Why don't you roll investigate a mystery for me?
What is that? Sharp?
Yep.
So a 9.
A 9.
I don't know if you want to go by the list or just.
Yeah, you can. I can kind of give you a sense of what you were wondering. The fruit looks unmaligned, and you were wondering if the Oni does something to it.
If maybe I think Devin suggested it wasn't ripe, and I'm wondering if it's that it's not ripe or if it's that it's not picked.
You think that you think that these fruits are ripe, and you think that because you look across them and you can see some that are starting to grow, and these ones that have obviously looks like they've reached some sort of maturity.
Okay.
But they are not the same as what was in the picture.
Okay.
What's Ken up to?
Ken's getting his torch ready.
His blowtorch. You got another one?
Oh yeah.
What happened to the last one? It
got destroyed
fell into-
somewhere.
yeah.
it got destroyed
I
somewhere.
assume he just bought a new one at Costco.
Yeah.
Perfect. Costco is Ken's favorite store.
The body parts that are kind of strewn about this like dining room, do they look like are they all bare arms and legs or whatever, or is there any clothing that I can tell is like business suits or whatever?
You can see ties. You can see, white press shirts. You can see scraps of all sorts of modern day clothes. Of people that have somehow ended up here.
Okay.
So Dan, I just realized that with Tune In, with that question I asked, which was, what is it doing or what is it going to do next? I get +1 ongoing when acting on that answer.
Cool.
So if that
that does
matters,
matter.
well, that makes that a 10 instead of a 9.
So you got a few more holds. Okay.
And you had said watch, watch, and consume. I think you had said originally.
You are standing there kind of at the edge of the garden looking at this tree, and you think of the phrasing a little differently or apply it a little differently, not necessarily to the creature that's here or to the creature that threatens you, but to the other creature here. Wait, watch, consume. And a very bizarre idea occurs to you that somehow this fruit is processed or changed in order to become what it is.
Ah. Okay.
Barry, this creature in front of you has asked you who you are. It whispered it to you. It's brought you very close to its face. Your feet are about 2-3 feet off the ground.
It's 2 or 3 feet more than I want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm Barry. I'm a farmer. I grow things.
Are you here to free me? Does he know you're here?
We are here to foil misfortune. Return good luck to those who deserve it.
Barry, why don't you make one more roll for me for read a bad situation?
Barry ain't too sharp. 4.
Mark that experience.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Mark the experience.
I'm learning.
Hard move.
Just put it in the pocket. Use it against them.
Whoa.
You hear behind you, Jake. What are you doing here, yummy human? And you turn, and behind you is this 13, 14 foot blue creature that reaches out as you turn and taps you on the forehead. You belong to me now, not him. And you feel a flash in your head and nothing more. And the creature looks up and out at the rest of you. What do you guys do?
Hey.
What's the vibe check on this creature? He showed restraint. It showed. Does it seem like it wants it? My gut is telling me it doesn't want to kill me.
It has certainly changed and released the pressure of its grip on you, and now that it sees this other creature emerging from the garden, it is shrinking. It is cowering, and you are being put down on the ground, and it's moving to the edge of its chain away from this creature.
Barry raises his Crocodile Dundee knife high, and he brings it down on the chain that is manacling, that is restraining this creature.
Okay. Why don't you roll kick some ass?
7 with the magic enchanted dagger.
Okay. You cut through a portion of the link. It's not free yet, but you think that maybe with another strike, you'll be able to.
Okay.
Trent?
Am I free to?
You're free to act.
I say, sorry, dude. I already sold my soul, so that shit won't work. I belong to Neural. Nice try, though. Don't free that fucking thing. Kill it. And I start backing away from it. And I say, that thing is making the fruit unlucky, unfucked fruit.
He looks at the creature that's
And that
shying
guy-
away.
That guy doesn't like luck. So kill that fucking thing.
I don't know if Barry's ready to listen to the kid.
All right. Ken, what are you doing?
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you
Manipulate someone?
make, that's a good
There's
good
a
idea.
roll for that.
Yeah, there's a roll for
against
that.
other hunters.
For a
Yeah.
normal person. Oh, no, for another hunter. Yeah.
You see that Barry seems to sympathize or has pity for this creature that is chained up.
Make a roll.
6.
6 on a miss. It's up to the hunter to decide how badly you offend or annoy them. They mark experience if they decide not to do what you asked. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Interesting. Monsters and minions cannot normally be manipulated. Cool. All right. So it's up to you.
Okay.
Ken.
I when I hear this giant Oni dude talk to Trent, I turn around and get a little nostalgic. Maybe I think back to my past.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll dark past if that's all right.
Yeah. What kind of weird fucking nostalgia does this evoke?
Jeez Louise.
He's so disappointed that he fucking
I
rolled an
wanted
11.
to be complicit in this.
Shit.
So it's a 12.
A 12. What does that do for you?
I got a cool thing.
Yeah.
You made your character wrong. You should have. What is the stat?
Well, that was plus. That's plus weird. That's not even like.
Oh
mine.
yeah, you should have taken a negative weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if I knew how fun it would be to be complicit in everything.
Yeah, but if he had -1 weird, he still would have got a 10.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I want to know when I dealt with this creature of one of its kind, what did I learn?
Sure.
And what black magic do I know that could help here?
Okay. You know 2 things. One thing that's, I'll say with that roll, 3 things. One, already know, which is what your friends pointed out, which is that it seems to have a weakness around its third eye, which you don't see at the moment, but from the depictions of the mural, you know that it's likely there. 2, it's carrying in one other hand a large iron club. This is sort of a talisman for Oni. it's important to them, and if separated from them, they can be sort of more vulnerable without it. And lastly, something that affects them is any sort of restoration of order or any significant kind of luck can disrupt their disposition and their energy. So those are the things you remember from a wild night.
Did you happen to be in Kyoto back in '96?
In response, he raises his club to swing at you.
Okay, well,
You gonna kick some ass?
yeah,
What are
I'm
you
gonna
do?
kick some ass. Then.
All right.
Put that thing away. I'm gonna use my so I'm gonna attempt to use my torch to superheat his iron club and make it drop
I
it.
love it.
Heat metal.
Metal.
That's 2d8 damage.
That's gonna not succeed though.
What'd you roll?
I rolled 6
Plus tough.
plus tough, so 6.
And as you kind of you click once, click 2, 3, 4 more times, your torch doesn't catch, and in the meantime, this giant iron club swings around and knocks you clean off your feet and a good 8 feet back. You take 3 harm.
Ooh.
Woof.
Yeah. So as he swings at me, I duck down to light one last time to try to light my torch, and it swings over my head. So I'm going to use a luck on that one.
Mark 2 luck. You can you know that you're stretching the limits of whatever gets you through these missions, and for whatever reason, that strain, you can just feel the kind of fabric of it pull. All right, Guy.
Well, Guy doesn't know about the club thing. So Guy will try to. He's going to try to protect Trent.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a. Is that cool? So 12.
Okay. That gives Trent what?
Hold on.
I think it
Protect someone
10
on a 10 plus. Choose an extra. So you protect them, you will suffer some damage or all of the harm they were going to get. Or on a 10 plus, you suffer little harm. So -1 harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy.
I'll do all impending dangers focus on me.
Okay. All right. And Barry.
Out from like the rice paper wall, I float out and I throw my rolling pin as like a distraction, basically. And I go, "Sume, come at me!" As I float by, like run by in front of him while he's like down here, like Ken's down, like trying to light his torch.
It looks perturbed and refocuses its eyes on you and changes its stance.
Yep.
Barry looks into the eyes of this creature. Does it look back?
It does.
Barry nods at it and brings the knife up again and goes to cut the chain.
All right. Roll kick some ass.
13.
You sever the chain. It rises and
Do I get experience because I went against what
Yes, you do.
yes,
Jake
you
told
do.
me to do?
Yep. Mark an experience point. It rises, the chain falling kind of down its back into its side, and it makes a dash towards the tree.
Okay. Barry watches it. I mean, it's probably bigger than he imagined when it stands up straight.
Correct. It's comparable to the Oni. Maybe not quite as tall,
Okay.
but it's taking 5, 6, 7 short strides quickly towards the tree. Trent?
Trent turns and sees this, and he looks very angry. Rage is one of his dark sides. And he says, almost, you're not sure who he's talking to, he says, "Eat. Eat!" And his hands start to grow into claws, and his in his mouth, you see these rows of teeth. He leaps at that creature that was just let loose, and I'm going to attack it.
Awesome.
The one that's running towards the tree. Using Big Win. So I got a 9.
All right. So you expose yourself to some danger?
I think what I actually want to do, I'm going to spend a luck, which will be 2, right? So when I spend luck, my dark side's need grows stronger.
Excellent.
It wanted to eat a bite of it.
Correct.
So I pounce on this thing's back and start tearing bites out of its neck and eating them.
Okay.
And for the additional effect, I'm going to do double harm. So I do 4 magic ignore armor.
Woof.
Wow. Okay. I passed you my pencil before Vic read that. Thank you.
And I fulfill my
There are several notches on this pencil.
fulfill my requirement from my boss.
You do. It tastes sweet. Okay. You did 4, right?
Yeah, and I still take the harm.
Okay.
Like, because it still kicks ass.
You latch onto these stumps where wings once were, and you just start biting into it, taking these. Your teeth have gone to sharp points, and these chunks of flesh are just being pulled loose. Some of them you're not even digesting or eating. You're just biting and releasing and biting and releasing. It reaches for you with its hands, trying to find purchase, and eventually it kind of grabs one of your arms and kind of flings you around and throws you to the ground off of its back, and you take 1 harm.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Top of the round, right?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else is going.
Yeah.
I have something important.
Sure.
We've seen Barry's goats. What we haven't seen is what happened to them. It's one night, dark. Barry springs out of bed as he hears bleating and screaming of goats. He runs outside to see a dark shape moving around the little barn where they're in. It's dark. All you can see is long limbs, long claws, teeth, and blood. And Barry's back now, and he sees this creature that was being held like stock. And Trent, who he doesn't even recognize, all he sees is the monster, says, "Enough! I'm going to try and use magic.
Okay.
I'm going to try to banish a certain spirit." He sees whatever has taken over Trent, and he wants to stop it.
Okay. Cool.
5.
There's a whole section for that.
Oh, yeah.
Magical backlash.
Let me look at that real quick before I say what happens. Glitches.
Oh, yeah.
If you level up, you can level up immediately.
The effect is weakened.
Well, those are just glitches.
Yep. Where
I
is...
have a suggestion.
Sure. I mean, I have an idea,
Okay.
but
I mean, it's basically a hard move. It's always a hard move, but it should be a hard move that is weird,
yes.
basically.
So, you're standing there on the edge where this creature was chained, and that feeling of helplessness, of violence, channels through you, and you call forth on something. Do you think he's done something like this before?
Who? Barry?
Yep.
No. I think that's why this is so traumatic. He's never, in his professional career, he hunts animals. He's never
Sure.
been in a position where he sees something vulnerable and weak and is looking to protect it. Like the schmucks that he works with, they're all adults. They
Yep.
all have their own thing. But this creature, he sees differently. He sort of something about when it was looking in his eyes, and then seeing it mauled by this creature that is so similar to
Yep.
what took his beloved goats.
These sort of instinctual words come into your mind and then kind of pour through your mouth, and you're saying them and you realize you don't know what they mean. And or where they're from. And as you kind of finish, you get this feeling of dread that it is something darker than you intended. And Trent, you had kind of collapsed to the ground. You had kind of rolled and somersaulted from where this creature had thrown you, and you can feel the threat or intent of what Barry was kind of projecting towards you, and you feel something snap open on your forehead.
Oh no.
And
This is so anime.
you see this black eye open on Trent's forehead where that Oni had touched him. And you, Trent, are now something else. There are two masters inside of you. And you are unaffected by Barry's words.
Okay.
Barry bears the knife and looks at Trent.
Ken Wiley, what are you up to, bud?
I'm gonna run away from the Oni, and then I'm gonna try to, as I'm running away, I'm gonna try to throw a juju bag into its forehead.
Okay.
Going for the eye. On
Go
that.
for it.
10.
Nice job.
Yep.
All right.
So it's one harm, far magic.
Okay. Normally it has armor, but in this case it does not. Well
Ken
done.
Wiley's just playing the game, man.
Yep.
We're crumbling over here.
Yeah. It kind of reels. It was focused specifically on Guy, and you throw this pouch from a good 20 feet away, and it just beans it right off the forehead, and it kind of reels back far more than you would have expected a creature of this scale and
Probably should have
size.
just ran.
It takes a swing kind of blindly at you, and you kind of easily sidestep it despite its reach. Guy?
Guy's going to take that opportunity to step aside of it and try to bash its hand with its glovin inside to try to
Nice.
loose it.
Yeah, go for it.
Double ones.
Double ones there.
Double
So,
ones.
Snake
five.
eyes.
Mark experience.
5 total.
Picking up where his sister left off.
That's right.
Damn.
I do level up there.
You
Kill Oni. Take that move.
you swing, and you kind of do that thing where like you miss a pitch in baseball. You swing right through and miss entirely and kind of lose your balance. And then kind of careening from the other side, this club crashes into you and you take 3 or whatever you take.
I take 2.
Take 2.
Ouch.
Yep. Barry, Trent?
Barry's going to interpose himself between the creature and Trent. So I'm going to roll protect someone.
Okay.
I'm going to protect the creature. Plus stuff. 9.
Okay.
I protect them, but I'll suffer all of the harm they were going to get. Some or all of the harm they were going to get.
Okay.
And he has the knife out.
The creature is, you can kind of tell it's still, it's now, from having thrown Trent from its back, is now kind of clambering towards the tree, reaching for one of the fruits of the tree.
Okay.
Trent?
Am I in control of my?
You are in control of yourself.
Where's the sniper rifle?
It is sitting at the edge of the garden, which is actually pretty close to you. The Oni has moved past you and is focused on Guy, and you are the kind of luggage you guys had with you are sitting here at the edge of the garden.
I see Barry between me and the creature, and he's much bigger than me. I run for the sniper rifle.
All right. You see him turn and pivot and start running, and you're not entirely sure yet what you think he could be running away, because you've kind of squared off with him. So it doesn't necessarily occur to you why or where he's running to.
When he runs, Barry turns back and looks at the creature.
Okay.
Whatever you're doing, do it now.
It reaches and snaps a fruit off and you see its mouth kind of overextend and swallow the fruit whole. Ken?
I kind of want to just. I'll have to wait. I'll wait through that. I don't know. Give me a sec. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Key?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same order.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same order.
He is looking, watches Trent run by, says, "What are you doing? Kill the Oni!" And then throws his, I shouldn't have hit his hand because I didn't know about the club thing.
Sure, that's fine.
But he throws his rolling pin magically spinning through the air at his third
His forehead.
eye. Yep.
It's still a valid attack when something has a
Has a
giant
huge
iron
club,
club.
yeah. That's a 9er.
All right. What's the damage on it?
1 magic ignore armor.
Okay.
And and it does 3 to me.
It doesn't. This time it kind of again it grunts in pain. It's just and it kind of swings its hand as it's kind of leaning on the club as it's kind of recovering from the pin bouncing off of its head, and it rakes at you with claws that do 2 and in your case 1.
All right, I am unstable. You see the image of Guy. Now it's like in specter form because he doesn't want to spend energy trying to look normal. Mm-hmm. It kind of shifts a little bit as this claw goes through him.
Glitch in the matrix.
Yep.
Yep. Who wants to go next?
I think Ken's the only one left.
All right. So I'm kind of looking back and forth between what Trent's doing and Guy, and I go back down to my old trusty torch, get it lit this time, and I'm gonna try again to
Superheat
to get that iron club.
I like it.
Yeah, out of his hand. So, no, 5.
boy, oh boy.
Another experience. Very well.
Mark
Okay.
experience. The Oni had kind of been facing Guy, and it had just raked through him and kind of recovered its balance and stance from slashing at him. And then, you're looking at it. You're not in its attention right now, but it hears that click, 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 click of the lighter, and it slowly turns to you and then takes 2 quick steps and backhands you. You take 2 harm, and you move about 10 feet off the ground.
I'm now also unstable.
Okay. Trent, or top of the round, whoever wants to go.
Trent gets the rifle
Yep.
and he shoots the angel.
Okay.
Could I make a proposition?
Sure.
Could we make
Well, he
contested?
needs to make a kick some ass roll first.
Could we make contested act under pressure rolls?
Mm-hmm.
So if he sees Trent going towards the rifle,
Yep.
could there be a
Did
sort
he?
of?
You said you turned around.
Yeah.
I did just to look at things. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Grab it. Yeah.
So, Jake, you get to the sniper rifle. You throw open the case. It's there. Marky Mark. You swing around. Roll, kick some ass.
3.
The gun jams. And you're looking down at it, trying to figure out what's gone wrong and how you can fix it. Something inside of you says, devour. And Barry.
He charges Trent. He sees Trent grab the gun and swing it up at the angel, and
Trent says, "What the fuck are you doing?"
he runs at you and spears you. He just ducks down low and then launches and just puts his head into your chest.
Go. Yeah, kick some ass.
10.
Okay. You succeed in what you. The gun goes flying. The 2 of you go tumbling into the underbrush. This creature, you can. Those of you who can see it, kind of see this large fruit kind of pass down its neck, and it descends kind of into its chest. and then it takes up a very weird, wide stance and begins grunting and groaning. Who else wants to go?
Guy sees these idiots fighting over the rifle and goes, "What are you doing, you chuckle fox? We must kill this Tony! What the fuck are you doing, my sous-merde, sacre bleu, roll devant?" He throws, like, angrily, like, yelling at him, he just throws the pin at the Oni. Yeah.
All right.
Full rage.
Kick some ass.
10.
Well done.
You're just playing wall ball with this thing.
Yeah.
Just like throw the thing up.
I'll avoid harm.
Okay.
So I'll do one harm magical ignore armor to his forehead.
All right. Solid. It again kind of pings off and then boomerangs back to you. This spectral rolling pin, and it again kind of reaches. It staggers and slashes. This time the blow not landing quite so hard, and you don't end up taking any this time around.
Then Guy turns back to him. He goes, "You want to do this all fucking day, or give us one of the fruit and let us go, eh?"
It doesn't say anything yet. It is kind of furious at what's going on. And who's up next?
I'm gonna go back to my my run and throw tactics. Seems to be working better. So I'm gonna again, after it knocked me down, I'm gonna get up, run a little further away from the Oni, and then go into my little satchel and grab a juju bag. And that's 8.
All right. Unbelievable. That's amazing how much damage you guys have done with
Our
a
ones.
beanbag and a rolling pin. It careens off of its head, and it seems like now it's starting to lose focus. It's staggering from kind of place to place. Whatever you had learned, it seems to be true that it has this weakness at its third eye. Top of the round.
With that 10, I think Barry would probably be in control. He's in control of Trent, and he sees the gun. He sees his friends fighting against this Oni, and he's going to just push himself off of Trent and charge the Oni.
Okay. Kick some ass.
6.
You think that you kind of have it at an advantage because it is kind of staggered and you're kind of coming from a different angle, but it catches you or hears you kind of crashing forward, reaching for the attack, and it swings that club and sends you flying across the courtyard. You're going to take 3 harm.
I'm going to take 2
Okay.
because of my armor.
Yep. Good old Canadian
I leveled
tuxedo.
up with that failure.
Yep.
And what happens now is Barry gets knocked down and he stands up. There is a rage in his eyes.
Okay.
Until the fight is over, you may not use harm moves against me, and I cannot die.
Wow.
When the fight ends, all harm takes effect as normal.
Proper barbarian.
Barry has gone berserk.
Love it.
I can always keep going.
Fantastic. All right. Trent, you're lying in the bushes.
What is Angel thing doing?
You sit up, and you can see it now, wide stanced, and it looks like it's taking a shit.
Okay. What is it planning? All right.
You want to investigate a mystery?
No. I want to jinx it.
Okay. Roll weird, right?
Oh my God, look at him.
I rolled a 12, so a 14. So that's hold 2.
Okay.
I don't use them immediately,
Sure.
but what I'm going to use is the last one on the list here, which is the target loses something that you will soon find.
You
I think I probably get up and
Yep.
I start speaking in some infernal tongue as I walk towards it.
that eye opens, and you know that now you don't need to touch something in order to curse it. You have an aura about you. And you see its face contort in pain, and it kind of doubles up and falls over on its side, like something's going wrong inside of it. And when you do that, you're kind of marching towards it, and it's lying there on its side. You turn and look, and inside, through the open doors of this building, you see one of those fruits, that dark brown and red color, sitting on a pedestal. What you're after.
I say, what the fuck? It's been over there this whole time?
Who's up?
You yell that out. Gee. I leveled up too.
Incredible.
Gee, now that the Oni seems to be focused on Barry and Ken, Gee lifts off the ground. And flies over the Oni to where Trent is kind of pointing
Air France in the house.
and flies into the house, sees the fruit, grabs it, and throws it to Trent.
This is something that you will soon find.
There you have it. You've got this thing in your hands, and it actually feels oddly uncomfortable to you. Kind of like when you were at the Buddhist sanctuary. That this thing is somehow the opposite of maybe you because of what you've been touched by. So you know that this form is the form you're looking for.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh, it's not my turn.
Oh, okay. Who's up?
The Ken? I think I acted.
Do we got what we need?
You see Trent standing there with this, staring down at this fruit in his hands.
Let's fucking go then.
You guys gonna try to flee? You just run out?
Ken's gonna throw another juju bag and run back and try and press the elevator button
Okay.
like over and over again.
All right.
That's a snake eyes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
XP.
Mark XP.
Marked.
You throw the juju bag, and instead of kind of what you had hoped colliding off of its forehead, it ducks kind of deftly underneath and then reaches, you are far away, reaches a long arm with this club and sweeps the legs right out from under you. You take 3 harm.
Oh, that makes me dying.
Dying.
Yeah.
What is
Oh, boy.
dying? Is that
It's unconscious.
unconscious? All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Who's up?
There's no fear in this dojo.
I think it's Barry. The only one left.
Barry's not going to lose another one. Knife. 2 hands on it, swings it right into the gut of this Oni.
Okay.
As it extends its arm, Barry sort of moves in close to it and goes for this a finishing thrust.
Go for it.
Kick some ass. I've taken harm. That last one, I get a +1 because what does not kill me. So I got a 7 on the die, +2 tough, +1, 10.
Nice.
My extra effect, I inflict great harm on this thing. No, here's what I do. I feint with like a step, and then I bring the knife up and just go for its head.
You do that. It is because of what it just did to Ken, it is kind of half crouched, and so it is almost level with you. And you bury the knife into the forehead of this creature, and it slowly drops to its knees and then collapses to the ground.
He screams.
What are you screaming about, you idiot? We need to get out of here.
Never again!
Yes, we never again.
My goats!
So merde.
Oh, amazing.
shit.
You guys are out of combat. This giant blue creature is lying dead in a pool of growing black blood surrounding it. The creature that you jinxed
Mhm.
has stopped moving. The power of your unluck, your power of your curse, if it was amplified above, here now is a death sentence. Whatever it was trying to do, it struggled and died. Both creatures.
Only for the better of these creatures, we don't know what they are. Do you think maybe we bring some of this back?
You're standing there between the two of them, Trent. One, some evil creature that had been siphoning luck or spreading kind of chaos. And then this other creature you're not really sure of.
No, I think I was wrong, actually. I don't think that. No, yeah, I think Barry was right. We should have let him do that.
Barry walks up to you.
So
and
I thought that it was stopping the fruit from being lucky, but no, Barry was right. It was definitely trying to help us, but I killed it.
Barry walks
I
up
think
to
it's
you.
an angel, actually.
He slaps you in the face. like a backhand slap to the face.
Trent says, "Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure I just killed an angel."
Well, maybe we
Eat it. Fuck yeah.
It is quite rare.
And that's where we'll end. Well done, guys. Thanks so much for listening to our latest Monster of the Week episode. Our intro music is by A Wilhelm Scream, scores by Adrian Von Ziegler and Antti Martikainen. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/nastygram and in the Nastygram Lounge Facebook group, or on our Instagram and TikTok at NastyGramRPG or nastygram.rpg. Please, for the love of sweet baby Jesus, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or anywhere else you can tell people how awesome we are so we can quit our day jobs and get that electric Hummer. We will see you next week. Woof.
That's nasty.
The whole idea came from a civet. You know, the things that eat coffee beans and shit them out? Never got there.
I almost said something about it.
Yep. Yep. Amazing. Well done.
I'll watch it shit it out.
Oh, fuck.
That's awesome.
There was another scene in there too, but I'm glad I skipped
So
it.
with end of game experience,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I will level up and I will gain the sight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Perfect.
You steal the third eye
keep
from
the
your
eye.
Oni.
Yeah.
Yep. They have well, I made them up, but reading about Oni, they have a thing, it's called like conversion, and they can turn humans into like the beginning of an Oni.
Oh, cool.
And part of it is they like gain the third eye, and then there's like an ongoing process that they eventually become full grown Oni.
We get 1 or 2 experience for that.
2.
Yeah, we learned about the goats. We learned about my mom.
Yep.
And we made the meal.
And now Geek can fly.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I was either going to be doomed or dying with that snow. Yeah,
Very close.
Oh shit, you're down to 1 luck?
2.
Oh,
But it would've been 2.
oh yeah, we're in double luck.
The ones that I told you to cross off, you get back.
The extra.
double.
Yeah,
So
the
like
extra, the double.
the single.
But I had this whole thing where if you hadn't done that, he had kind of like a aura for kind of like being unlucky. And what I was saying was funny about rolling another die. I had a thing for each roll of the die. Like if you rolled a 1 through a 6.
Oh,
So a 1, you roll 2 sets of dice for the rest of the scene, pick the worst.
fuck.
Number 2 was
Disadvantage.
lose 1 luck point. Just lose 1. 3, can't access your luck, so you couldn't spend it. 4, change 1 die to a 1. 5, doom -1 going forward. And 6 was I wrote a surprise. Next person you help, you'd cause them to fail.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Dan,
Nice.
Yeah.
could I add that Oni Club to my armory?
100%.
I love that. I'm going to
Yep.
take it.
Yep. It does like D&D. It
It's-
orients
it's-
to your size.
It's a wondrous item.
Yeah, it's a wondrous item.
That was cool.
Yeah,
was
That was
awesome.
awesome.
good stuff.